I'm sure a lot of people thought that working from home would actually be a breeze and have had a bit of a rude shock that it is exhausting. I know personally I'm finding that it is zapping my energy and I'm not really sure why. So I figured the best person to speak to is psychologist Sandy Rea. Welcome, Sandy.
Hi, Shelley.
Okay, COVID-19 has really kicked us all in the butt and we're all trying to stay at home and flatten the curve. Why are we so tired from it?
Look, I think one of the main reasons, the overarching reason that we're so tired is that we never expected it. We didn't plan for it. We didn't anticipate it. We didn't, mold our lives and lifestyles around working from home. All of a sudden, most people have been thrown into staying at home with the children, with a partner, and trying to conduct and normalise a new lifestyle.
What about the fact that our routines have been completely thrown out? Is that going to be zapping our energy?
Look, absolutely. I think there's one really important thing that is going on here is, and this is what people aren't really talking about. We've talked about anxiety quite a lot, but what people are really experiencing, I think, is what's called reactive depression. And when the reactive depression is manifested in crying, a sense of hopelessness, I'm not getting any income, rightly so. Of course, all these are very distressing things. And people aren't understanding, why is this happening to me? So I think that is also very draining. But once you understand, oh, it's reactive depression, or for some people, it may be anxiety, it then puts a framework about how we manage our thoughts and how we manage our feelings. So if we say, yep, I have reacted to a very distressing situation, that of course helps then to explain why you're not motivated, why there's a lot of malaise, while I can't get out of bed, or while I'm sitting on the couch. So it makes perfect sense. And really importantly to understand is that reactive depression generally is fairly transitionary. So give it a few weeks, work your way through it. It's okay to sit on the couch for a while. It's okay to cry, no problem. And then what humans are fabulous at is being emotionally agile, adaptive, and flexible. And we go, you know what? This is not how I want to live my life. What do I have to do to now put structure and meaning back into my life?
Is part of that structure having a routine?
Absolutely. It really pivots on routine. This is why people have been panic buying, because they want to have control of their environment. And routine really gives us a sense, the most important thing of routine is it actually gives us a sense of safety, because we don't like living in chaotic, unpredictable environments. We like our world to be safe, secure. We know what we're doing. It gives meaning, it gives purpose, and most importantly, it comforts us.
Now, a lot of people are having to multitask like crazy as well. So they're homeschooling and working and manage the household. It's quite overwhelming.
Oh, it really, I'm lucky I'm not homeschooling. Thank goodness for that. So, again, thrown into roles that you otherwise had not anticipated. All of a sudden, the children could be home for 6 months. Whoever thought that was going to happen? So, parents are having to, as you rightly said, Shell, having to homeschool, having to learn a curriculum, perhaps coping with unemployment as well, which of course brings a whole range of mental health issues as well as the logical physical issue of not having income. How do I reinvent myself? Do I go online? So there is so many daggers being thrown at so many people. It is no wonder that people are collapsing and feeling quite exhausted and, more importantly, overwhelmed.
I'm finding it quite draining having virtual meetings and virtual conferences where I am just looking at this tiny little spot on the computer where the camera lens is, and I feel like it sucks my energy dry. Why would that be?
Well, Shelley, being the absolute pure extrovert that you are, it's not surprising at all, because, as an extrovert, you get so much energy from other people looking at you, dancing with you, interacting with you. But when you're on the computer, you're on Zoom or Skyping, you have to pace these interviews. It means I talk, you're silent. Wait. You talk, I'm silent. Wait. So that is an absolutely exhausting and unnatural way to engage. You also don't have time to escape. You don't have time to get out of screen and do something, look around the room. It's full on. It's intense connections with other people. So it's not surprising that that would be exhausting, especially for someone who's a little extrovert.
That'd be me. Okay, so let's wrap it up. Let's wrap it up. So, for people who are really feeling quite exhausted by everything at the moment, what would be your top tips?
The top tips are, first of all, recognize that it's probably reactive depression that many people are experiencing. Great, that's fine. Then we've got to say, how do we structure our world? The cornerstones are good eating, good sleeping, good exercise, and ensure that you have appropriate social support around you, whether it's your mother, whether it's your father, whether it's your friends that you can connect to and vent with. That's all important because it validates what you're experiencing.
Thank you so much for your time, Sandy.
Thanks, Shelley.